Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the 9 ring pour in turquoise and metallics. So while the first part of the video was uploading, I took that opportunity to pour a little bit of my 3:1 mix black all along the edges, and I pushed it off the edge with my little spatula and I covered the sides. So all my sides are covered, so I don't have to necessarily push paint off everywhere. So that's what I did. And now I'm going to, with my heat gun, I'm going to just torch, because I poured pretty quickly and I want to make sure there's no bubbles in there. And also this will bring up some cells as well if they haven't already come to the surface. Go over each circle with my heat gun. My favourite is the copper. I always like the copper. I like the gold least, only because it doesn't react as much. You know, gold on the pale turquoise, it doesn't impact as much as the darker copper does. Okay, round the back of the tripod, this one. And that one's the rose gold, half copper, half gold. So what happens with the ring pours, obviously the colours that you put in last are at the edge, and when you tilt they kind of fall off the side, leaving mainly your centre colour, the ones you put in first. That's why I try to have less of the centre colours, because I know that when I tilt I'm going to lose a lot of the outside ones, so I tend to have more of those so that I can keep some. Right, to tilting. I'm going to just add a little bit of black in these gaps just to help along. A little bit in here. I do want a little bit of black in the center, just for some contrast. Oops, that's a bit much. Spread that out a bit. And once we get tilting, it's all going to move around. It's not going to stay in these circles, which is fine. We'll see what happens. Some are going to go longer, some are going to go round, some are going to go square. That's just what's going to happen. I couldn't just leave it like this. There's too much paint on the canvas. If you're going to use a filler colour like this, make sure it's a little bit thinner than your other colours, just so that it flows nicely and your rings aren't going to get stuck on it. I've got quite a bit of black space on this side. I obviously didn't pour very centred, got more over here. So I think what I'll do is I'll tilt that way first and see if I can get that covered. Alright, tilting, the exciting part, or the nerve-wracking part I should say. I'll lift up this side and we'll go that way first. It's very thick paint, 2:1 mixture, 2 parts floetrol, 1 part paint. Doesn't flow particularly well, being so thick. And this doesn't want to flow at all. Let's help it along there. Losing all my lovely copper over here. I won't put my fingers in it, I'll use my spatula. dot that black along. Too messy if I keep putting my fingers in it. Over to that corner a little bit. While the paint's down that way, go to that corner. This canvas only just fits on my table. Almost 1 metre square. There we go, that's enough. Come back. Go the other way. As the paint stretches, rubs against other paint, the cells will form, the lacing will form. Go around there and help this over a bit. So much more work with a big canvas. These sides over here look gorgeous. Wow, the colours have run over them. And I'll lift up if I can to that corner. Hopefully you can still see. Go around to that bottom corner. If I was doing a small canvas, I would just turn it around so you could see, but I can't turn this one around. Not easily anyway. Around we go. Just need to get that copper off the corner and then I'll stop. That'll do. Okay. Now the back's pretty good. I just need to bring this bit over towards me. And then, actually I need to centre this again. See how this is stretched here and this is short. I just need to centre it again. And then I'll tilt towards me. It's so heavy. This is a canvas board. So it's a sheet of, I don't know, thin board I guess, and then they put canvas over the top of it. I bought the last two, I think, that they had at the shop last year. The discontinued line. I poured on this one and I wasn't very happy with it. It was, last year's one. I was still learning, as we do, scrape canvases or paint over them if we're not happy with them. And being an expensive board, I thought I'll just reuse it. Wow, look at that, I'm loving that. I had no idea what it was going to do, but I really like the movement. But yeah, it's so heavy because it's a board and because it's got about 3 kilos of paint on it. It is heavy. Plus the original paint that was on it. Okay, now just got this last little bit here, but I actually like that. There's a bit of black there, there's a bit of black there, there's a tiny bit of black in that corner, and a bit of black in that corner, and that matches with this black in here. So I think I love, love, love it. Now the only thing I have to do is, because I've got all the weight of the paint here, see this ring's only that big and up there it's quite big, I need to recenter that and then it will be done. Look at this gorgeous lacing up here, this copper lacing up near me, up the top here. It's just beautiful. How's that looking? I just want to make sure that the rings are kind of the same size. but I don't want to overstretch. Strange little thing there in the white. I don't know what that is, but so I think this is about the right size. Each circle is kind of the right size. That one down there is a little bit bigger. Oops. Oh, it's so hard to manage this. Over a touch more. Okay, I really don't want to move it too much. These sides are just amazing. I'm going to torch it, and then I'm going to get the camera down off the tripod and I'll show you the sides. Torch your sides as well. Oh, they are so beautiful. I do have a fingerprint on the side there in my black. I'll have to touch that up. Wow, I had no idea what this was going to do, and I've been putting it off for 3 days because I didn't want to ruin it and lose all my paint, waste all my paint. So I've been putting it off and putting it off, but I'm glad I finally did it, and I'm so happy with it. Just love it. Okay, I'm just going to touch up this little bit here where I've put my finger in the black when I was lifting it up. Where else did I put fingers? On the corners. These little spatulas are great because you can put the paint on it and just let it flow down. I think that's it. Okay, wipe my hands. Have to climb up onto the table. Alright, zoom you in. Now, it's going to be a bit bumpy because I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and take you down. Now I have to climb off the table without falling off the table. There's the sides. Going around the tripod. There's the other side. Around the corner. Look at those sides. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's the pale turquoise with the rose gold. That's the dark turquoise with the gold. The one here is the dark turquoise with the copper. Round we go to the other side. Show you this side. Look at that. Probably my least favourite here is the light turquoise with the gold. It's got some pretty lacing there. Round to this side. This is the dark turquoise with the copper. This looks red over here in the corner. It's actually copper. Got some lovely effects there. Got some lacing. And I'm glad I put that extra black in the middle because I really like that black there, contrast against the light colours. This is my favourite turquoise, it's called Peacock. It's turquoise mixed with white and the gold. How beautiful is that? And even against the black next to it and the gold next to it, just gorgeous. I'm so happy with this one. Sorry if I'm going on and on and on, I just can't believe it. Right, other side, this is the side, the left side. Show you the side, there we go. How pretty is that, the paint all run down the side. This one kind of lost a lot of the metallic off the side there. That's okay, we've got some here. It's really pretty there. Okay. I think you probably had enough of seeing this one. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed that video. And I'll be back when my paints arrive from the US. My purple metallics that are coming, so I can do a big purple metallic ring pour for my daughter for her bedroom. Anyway, I will see you a bit later on. Bye for now.